So right now I have one game from Magnus Carlsen that he played in 2005. At the time his rating was 25-28 against Atle Grun, whose rating was 23-94. Not bad. Carlsen played my favorite opening move, knight f3. And black played d5, one of the most common responses, even though the most flexible response is probably knight f6 by black. But he's trying to transpose into queen pawn openings probably. He played d4, knight f6, and after c4, c6, we have semi-Slav opening. Knight c3, e6. So this line by black playing knight bd7, bishop e7 castle is perfectly playable line. All the top players, 21st century players, have played it. Bishop g5, these are all standard stuff. h6, bishop h4. So the role of this bishop is not so much to trade in this line, but to keep the pin here for as long as possible. And here black played queen b6. So one of the biggest drawbacks of the dark square bishop coming out is that this pawn becomes weak, and black immediately goes after it. This is not the main line here. The main line is either bishop e7, knight d7, and all that. So let's see how Carlsen is going to treat these. If somebody wants to get a draw, a low-rated player against a high-rated player, one of the easiest ways is to go for queen trade. So queen b3 would have been an okay move for white. But Magnus playing positionally, queen c2. So again, correct continuation by black would have been knight bd7 or even bishop e7, getting ready to castle. But black makes a violation. Black is already half a move behind, and he moves the same piece again. It might impress some players to keep attacking as black, but often, except in Benko Gambit, it doesn't work. So white continues with normal development, e3. Black played bishop b4. And white played bishop d3. Black played queen a5. Another violation. Not only got the queen out early, but also moved it twice. Queen moved twice, knight moved twice. A little bit of a disadvantage. So white to play. All of white's minor pieces are out. Black's are not. So just by looking at the position, you know something has gone wrong. So when your opponent is a little bit greedy, give him a chance. Give him a chance to go wrong even more. If white wanted to continue normal continuation, he could have played bishop takes, pawn takes, knight d2. That's one line. But good players, they give more chances to the opponent to go wrong. So Magnus castled. He is given a pawn to black on c3 square. But if black wants to win this pawn, that means he has to move this again, and maybe this again, moving the same pieces over and over and over. And that's a big no-no of the openings. So sure enough, black played knight takes pawn, knight takes knight, pawn takes, bishop takes. Okay, we have made 11 moves so far. What is the assessment in this position? Material. Black is a pawn up. A space. White has more space, controlling this diagonal. Fantastic knight here. Powerful battery. So all the pieces are in good squares. Pawn structure. White has an isolated pawn, which doesn't matter. Right now, what's more important is the fact that black is way behind in development. But having a lead in development is a temporary advantage. It could evaporate quickly. So you got to do something quickly. So first things first, rook is under attack. Rook ab1. Black to play d takes c4. Another violation. He keeps putting white pieces to better and better squares with every trade. Takes, takes, bishop b4. So If you want your attack to be successful, what would you do? Midgame is all about piece optimization. Improve the position. You saw in the last game what happened when white put a knight on e5. Same themes are happening over and over. White pieces are all in very good squares except this rook. But he has enough. So it's black to play. Is castling a good move by black right now? Nirvan said yes, so that means the correct answer is probably no. Just kidding. Well, black did not castle. He made another violation. How many times this bishop has moved so far?
It's 5.
Right, 4 or 5. Okay, white to play. There's still no clear win here. Just improve the position of your pieces. F4. This is called stonewall, when you have a knight on e5 guarded with d and f pawns. And there are books written based on this opening, even though it's not positionally very sound, but tactically it's fantastic. And there are international masters that they play this line all the time. I had a student years ago that he wanted me to take the black side of this opening with the stonewall. He was about 1800 player, not very strong. But this is very resilient. This is very tough to break by black. So it's black to play. Queen c7. How many times queen has moved so far?
That's 4.
That's 3 times. Queen here, queen here, queen here. Look at these back rank pieces, not developed. It's white to play. What should he do? His pieces are all in good squares. He's waiting for one little mistake by black to crack his position.
I know what Tal would play here.
What would he do?
He would just do knight f7.
Knight f7 after king
knight
takes?
f7, f5, he wouldn't even think about it.
Right. Right. That's what a lot of attacking. But what if you could take with the queen? Still f5, right? Right. So that's one good way to continue. Magnus is a little bit more solid, not as wild attacking player like Tal. Queen e4. He improved the position of his best piece in the center of the board. Okay, black to play. The advantage of queen on e4 rather than c2 is that it gives white a lot of options, including hitting this pawn at the right time, hitting this pawn. So here, black remembered that, oh, I haven't developed my queen side yet. So let's develop b6. Okay, you notice he has not castled yet. So this is time to destroy a king side. Knight takes f7. This move is just asking to be made. It has all the hallmarks of a good move. So
Queen takes.
whether he takes with the king or queen, f5 next. Black took with the queen. f5. So in the last game, you saw that black played queen a5 and queen was terribly misplaced. In this position, queen is also, after pawn takes, is going to come under tremendous pressure. So black moved the queen to h5. It's white to play. White is about to make his 19th move. And after his 24th move, black resigned. So 6 moves, you are white. How do you finish black off here?
Bishop takes e6.
There are many tempting moves. You got to make sure you find the best moves.
You see, because you're threatening to discover check. And if he takes with the bishop, you got your check right now.
Right. Played. Bishop takes e6. Black plays. Bishop takes bishop. How would white continue?
Queen takes check.
Queen check. And after, it's pretty much over, right?
Yeah.
He gets mated. So black realized cannot afford to trade. He played knight d7. You see the power of open diagonals, open fouls. Those are the key ingredients of attack. He would rather move the bishop to a powerful square and give a nice discovery. But there isn't any right now. So he played f6 with a deadly threat coming. What's the threat?
Bishop G4.
Bishop G4, discovered check, winning the queen. This is as far as black can resist. So black now played knight takes f6, which gives white an easy combination. This discovery may still come, but first he has to eliminate the knight. And rook takes f6 is the forceful way of removing the knight. And so black wants to win some pieces here. Queen takes h4. It's white to play. How should he win this position?
And can't he just double check him at f7 with the bishop and take the queen?
No. Actually, yes, he can.
To do that.
Yes. Bishop check.
And
So
take the queen.
it wins, right. But I like the way he played. He found a different way. Queen takes c6. It looks more complicated, but this is also a force win because he saw an unexpected mate. So what can black do here? If king d8, check. So black saw this move, which kind of looks good too, except at the very end there is a powerful threat. So white played rook f7. And what's black's move now?
King takes bishop.
He did. And after this, what did white say? Unexpected checkmate. So remember, guys, here's a famous quotation from another great player. If your king is your best developed piece, you're in big trouble. Who said that?
You did.
Thank you very much. Really, that's one of my quotations.